finish out Nostalgia Ween with another bad sequel. You all know the film The Exorcist. Creepy girl gets possessed, and two priests have to exorcise her through prayer and beating the shit out of her. Well, 4 years later, John Borman took the directing chair to bring us the sequel, Exorcist II, The Heretic. And just like the first film, where people had to be rushed to the hospital because of scariness, people had to be rushed to the coffee shop to wake the fuck up. This is certainly one of the strangest sequels to ever be constructed. It has a lot of scary ideas, but no real scary scenes. Its concepts are fascinating, but its delivery is downright silly. It has the original star, but it's directed by the same guy who put Sean Connery in Orange Lederhosen. You can see where problems might arise. So, let's see if the power of Christ can compel this film. This is Exorcist II. So it opens with Richard Burton playing a priest who's been called out to exorcise a girl they say might be possessed. The funny thing is, this is just how they get Sarah Silverman to go to church. But she breaks loose and decides to turn up the heat. She takes on the form of Jim Carrey, and then we cut to her stunt dummy being burned alive. We then cut to Reagan, the possessed girl from the first film, in Stanley Kubrick's daycare center, where she undergoes counseling sessions from Nurse Ratched.
Well, you know why I come here.
Well, you tell me.
To make my mom feel better.
Explain that, would you?
She feels guilty.
Why?
Divorce, her career, away all the time.
Yeah, away all the time. That's code for Ellen Burstyn read the script and said, "Fuck me!"
But you keep telling me you don't remember about that time in Washington.
I remember being very sick and having nightmares.
Those bad dreams are still inside you.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Lots of girls walk backwards down the stairs on all fours. We then cut to Richard Burton, who discusses the uneasiness of examining the death of Father Marin. 4 years after his death, but better late than sane.
Some, and they are close to the pontiff, go so far as to suggest that he was a Satanist. At the end, I mean.
Perhaps Father Marin led us astray. Perhaps he took a path that no one could follow.
Christ is hard to follow, too.
We were young. Today, wherever I look, I see only evil. God has fallen silent.
Well, yeah, that's what most Catholics think, but you're not supposed to say it.
You will conduct the investigation.
So he begins his investigation with Reagan, as he asks questions about her to Nurse Ratched.
I can't let you question her.
You have a heavy responsibility. The care of her soul.
The care of her mind and her body is my responsibility, Father.
You realize what you're up against, don't you?
What am I up against, Father?
Evil. Evil is a spiritual being. Alive and living.
Well, I'm sure a woman who plainly showed that she's a person of science and fact would love to go up against evil!
The shock of recall could result in self-punishment.
But she does allow him to watch a new psychological experiment tested on her. Listen to this. The device, or seizure machine as I like to call it, puts both the subject and the doctor into a deep hypnotic state. This somehow allows the doctor to go inside her mind and see what she's seeing. Okay, maybe in a sci-fi film this would be interesting, you know, sort of this new technology that doesn't exist. But in a horror film, especially one that was so grounded in reality as Exorcist, this seems really out of place. Do you think the first film would have worked better with sci-fi technology?
I cast you out! Fuck him! Begone! Fuck him, Garrus! From this creature of God! Fuck him!
Very well, set phases to crisp.
Now, Reagan, I want to come down and be with you.
So Reagan allows Nurse Ratched into her mind, but it seems like what she's seeing is too frightening for her heart to take. So Reagan breaks the connection, which should probably snap the other woman out of it, but whatever, I didn't make it. So the priest goes in to try and save her.
I know where she is. Help me to find her.
Yeah, the priest, who has never seen this thing before and has no idea how it works. Why doesn't the assistant go in, or Somebody else who knows what they're doing but is surprisingly absent. I'm so glad her mental health is so important to you, lady. That must be why nobody else in the building knows what to do if something goes wrong. Protection, top priority.
Relax deeply. Watch the light.
Yes, just relax or she'll die! So Burton sees the image of the exorcism going on while Reagan's doing the mind meld with her goodies.
Father, please bring her back.
This was before the jailsploitation films, right?
In God's name.
But the priest does manage to save her and get her back to normal. However, another problem occurs when Burton sees the drawing that Reagan just did.
We've got to put the fire out.
Take it easy. It's probably some post-flashing. It's an after effect of the hypnosis.
No. No, you've got to help me. We may be too late.
Boy, nice shifty eye acting there, Burton. What, was Borman holding a laser pen to direct you?
No. No, you've got to help me. We may be too late.
So, of course, he has to search the entire building for it, or just check the floor he's conveniently on. Huh, the devil must have changed the direction of the smoke. So Burton does pretty much every wrong thing you can do with a fire, thinking he can in fact beat it into submission, and thereby spreading it even further than it already was. I should be amazed that Reagan's picture matches reality, but I'm just shocked that he spread the fire so far that it actually reached several feet behind him. Good God! Someone take away his junior fireman badge!
The work you're doing is incredible, miraculous.
The machine is simply a device to penetrate pathological
No, you're
states.
talking about therapy. You don't realize the enormous importance of your work.
As much as I enjoy a little recognition, you're really
That's not
overstating
true.
it.
Yeah, it's like reading a person's mind is some sort of big deal. So Reagan starts having dreams about a little boy in Africa who's fighting off locusts while something possesses her to climb out on the edge. Oh, and fun fact here, this is not an effect. Apparently John Borman actually put Linda Blair on the ledge with no means of catching her. How would you like to be the guy she landed on if she falls?
Hey, isn't that Linda Blair?
No, I think that's Tatum O'Neal.
Nah, look closer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hey, Miss Blair, can I have your autograph? But Reagan's caretaker comes in to make sure she's alright.
Oh, good morning, Sharon.
That woman, by the way, is one of the assistants from the first movie, who will serve as Reagan's not mother for the rest of the film. She does permit her to play mental flashlight tag again, though, because Lord knows it worked so damn well the first time.
Reagan, do you remember dreaming of Father Merrin?
Yes.
Can you see him now?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, did I mention that these scenes are ungodly slow and boring? But don't worry, though. We still have 3 more like them to sit through.
Reagan.
Boy, Epcot's Africa isn't as glamorous as I thought it would be.
I have maggots in my scrotum.
We see the boy Reagan dreamt about before was actually a healer, and that the demon tried to possess him in order to destroy such goodness.
I am Pazuzu.
Okay, you sound more like Eartha Kitt from The Emperor's New Groove, but whatever, I'll still try to be scared of you.
Pazuzu.
And this brings us to one of the biggest problems of the film. The name Pazuzu is not scary. It sounds silly. Very, very silly. And yet, they constantly repeat his name over and over again.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu?
Pazuzu.
Doesn't it sort of suck out the fear when your villain is named something so goofy? Quickly, Pop! We must get the holy water and destroy Squishy Puppy!
What?
Squishy Puppy.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
No, he's not. He's a horrible demon that eats children's brains. Look! Yeah, but when you put the name Squishy Puppy under him, he seems so much cuter. No, he doesn't. He's a... Oh, you're right. Look at that. We should adopt one of those. So as you can hear, Pazuzu's not a very good karaoke singer, but he is good at possessing little boys and knocking extras off a mountain. So it seems at the top of the mountain is a holy church. Might want to switch locations there, guys. Where Father Marin jump cuts the boy to health.
But Marin saved him.
Never. I could claim for Kumu even now. I'll show you power.
He's still alive. Where is he?
You want me to take you to him?
Yes.
What the hell was that? I mean, geez, could that intro be any more silly? That could be the new logo for the MGM lion.